YouTube, what's going on? It's Ethers back with another video, and listen, alright? Before we get into it, like I always tell y'all, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below on what you want to see next, alright? I've been we've been growing a little bit recently. Y'all been going crazy on the build videos and jump shot videos, so we got another one here for you. Now this build is a good all-around build. It's in my opinion, it's the perfect small ball center, okay? It does everything. All right, now we're gonna jump right into it. I'm not gonna bore y'all, I'm not gonna wait, but we're gonna jump right into it. Okay, so y'all saw that, and so the vitals, I already got it all made for you. You don't have to put everything up. I'm gonna just jump right into it. 6'9", okay, 250 max wingspan. Okay, let me not reset this, and I go built because you know you're gonna be big, strong, all that good stuff, right? So 6'9", 250. The reason why we go to the 250 is so you can get that 95 strength, and I'll tell y'all why in a second. Okay. So here's the screen right here, okay? Now this is specifically, like I tell you all the time, I'm a rec and pro-am guy. I'm not a big park guy, but this could be good for park as well. And I think this could be good for anybody. I mean, this position, in my opinion, it can play the 3 through 5, maybe even the 2 if you're going to a really big lineup, okay? 2 through 5 in pro-am and rec, and you can play small ball center in park. You can play this build as you're big on 2s, as you're big in rec prom, all that good stuff, right? One of my buddies is making this, and he's running, when we have a little small ball lineup when we're playing rec, this is what he's going to use, okay? So it's a good all-around build. Like I said, it's mainly for your defense and your shooting, because that's what you want in rec and prom, right? But I messed around with that as much as I could. This is the attributes we got. I mean, you just went down and look at the defense, right? So at first, we wanted to make it to where, you know, maybe get interior defense, block, and defense rebound 99. Because when you get those at 99, those tier 3 badges are all the Hall of Fame, right? But it was worth the sacrifice to get, 1, this 70 pass accuracy, and 2, this finishing, okay? The 1, the 70 pass accuracy you want, because if you are running the big and pro-am, you want to be able to outlet to your guys on the fast break, okay? You want to be able to cleanly get it to your guard, and you just want to be able to pass the ball in general. I mean, with the low pass accuracy, the pass accuracy also determines the speed of how you pass, okay? So, like I'm sure y'all know, there's no bullet pass this year, okay? So, the higher your pass accuracy is, the faster your passes will be. That's one mistake that some people have been making a lot. You know, they worry less about the playmaking when they're on these big wings and stuff like that, but then when they get the ball, they pass it, it's in the air for 20 seconds, and, you know, somebody easily picks it off, you know what I mean? So 70 pass accuracy, it's good. You get that silver break starter, okay? You know, defense, I mean, this is an all-around defensive build. You can make this build with perimeter defense if you want to, all right? But you have to sacrifice some of your finishing if you want to do that, okay? So for this player specifically, this is more of a big, you're guarding the big men in park, okay? And you're guarding either wing play, like a wing player. You're not guarding a main guard with this one. You can if you upgrade the perimeter defense, but this is more so play, if you're in a 2-3, play the bottom half of the 2-3, play the center position, you know what I mean? So, but you get this 90 steal rating, okay? You get the 90 steal, so you're getting the interceptor on gold, okay? 93 block, 93 defensive rebound, 93 interior defense. I mean, you're getting all the good gold badges. You're not getting them in Hall of Fame, but you don't necessarily need them Hall of Fame. It's so many badge points anyway. It's good to go budget, get them gold. You wouldn't even need brick wall on this player. I mean, you get brick wall Hall of Fame if you want to run that small ball center in park, and you're playing with like a play shot or something. This can be a good lob threat too. Like I said, I made it with finishing so you can get that 80 driving up. Now, don't expect to just go crazy and dunking on everybody with this build, right? That's not what this is meant to do. This is meant to be a good, really consistent shooter. So you get the 21 shooting badges, that 83 ball, okay? Real consistent shooter in the rec and prom and in the park, all right? Hit all your spot up shots if somebody's ISOing, be able to set screens and roll to the rim, not dunk on everybody, but if you have the finishing where you're going to be able to catch lobs, you're going to be able to finish. I mean, I've been seeing people with way lower finish than this, just like 60s across the board in finishing, and they finishing. I mean, it's rough. The finishing is pretty overpowered this year. So with an 80 driving dunk, 79, 76 driving length and close shot, that's more than enough, okay? More than enough for what you need. And then, of course, like I said, the shooting, you're going to get all the spot up badges you're going to need, okay? And the thing with this one is, I want to say, yeah, you get corner specialist on gold in tier 2. Okay, you get Claymore, which is one of the best shooting badges in the game. Okay, by far one of the best. It's a tier 1 badge. It's tier 1 badge for everybody, pretty much every build. And if you're spotting up, if you're sitting corner, you're sitting wing in Rec and Pro-Am, this badge is the best badge you need. Okay, so you get all the badges you need. We'll run through the badges in a second, but that's all the physicals. Okay, go ahead and go through next. This is the takeovers I chose because, like I said, small ball center. Okay, spot of precision. You want to be able to hit your shots. Paint intimidation. You want to be able to guard the paint. Now it's a little rough. Like the paint defense this year, it's a lot harder than it has been. You know, there's no more intimidator, stuff like that. You can't get built out as much. You actually have to put yourself in position. But one thing I've noticed, I've already played a bunch of Rec, a bunch of Pro-Am. Okay, the center position is very odd because even with these guys that are 7'2", they're big guys, 7 foot, 7'1", 7'2", 6'11" even. They're not doing nearly as good as the 6'9" because the 6'9" are faster and they can jump higher. Okay, so they're able to move around the court a little bit better, and they're less of a liability on offense, and on defense they can still hold their own if you know what you're doing. Okay, because it's better to have that little bit of faster movement and still all the defensive stats than to have that 2 or 3 extra inches of height and be slow and not be able to get it. Because people, I mean, the paint defense is rough. Everybody's just running and dunking the ball right now. You load into a Rec right now or a Pro-Am game. This might change in the future when shooting gets easier, more people get their shooting badges and whatnot, but people will shoot 15 threes as a team at most, make 5 of them, all other points be dunks. Okay, so it's either way, it's been rough for the tall center, so I think small ball is the way to go. All right, so I'm running out through the badges real quick. I know I ran a lot on these videos, but I like to explain everything thoroughly. Okay, so like I said, this is a small ball center. Right, it's going to be called two-way stretch glass, I would assume. That's what most of these defense and shooting builds are called that are like above 6'9". Usually they're going to be called something like this. So, but it's really good build. Okay, so I'm going to test it out for you. I'll show you all the different badges you can get. I haven't necessarily put all the badges on yet, but I know you get what you need. Okay, like for this one, right? The reason why the finish is also so good is because these badges that you want to get for that driving dunk are in your tier 1, right? So you throw silver. Giant Slayer, maybe you can maybe throw that on. It just depends. But I mean, Limitless Takeoff, silver, right? Fearless Finisher, silver. You know what I mean? These are badges you need. Aerial Wizard, I think it's easy to catch lobs either way, so you don't necessarily need this. Master's, it's a okay badge. I've still been testing out these finishing badges, but I mean, these 3 right here, all on silver, are really good for this player. I mean, with an 80 driving dunk, you're gonna be able to slash and get good dunks and stuff like that. But you can throw like Giant Slayer, Bronze, Acrobat Bronze, something like that. You know, nothing too crazy, because like I said, primary goal is not just to get to the bucket every time with this build, but that's really solid badges for somebody that's 6'9". You know what I mean? These tier 3 badges, you can't unlock any of them anyway, but you don't need any of these. I mean, Bully's a good badge, of course. You have the strength to get this technically on Hall of Fame. Yeah, but you don't have the badge points. But like I said, you're not just catching the ball, just running the paint every time with this build anyway. Shooting, you get everything you need. Like I say, Claymore, automatically gold. You know what I mean? Volume Shooter, I really like Volume Shooter this year. I think it's a big help. Guard Up as well, great badge. Corner Specialist as well, great badge. Probably take down Volume Shooter though, so you can get a force the catch and shoot and the other badges of, you know, all the other stuff. Of course you have your core badges too, you know. So probably the main one you want this catch and shoot. Deadeye is pretty solid this year too. So what I might do is whatever the most expensive one is, which would probably be this core badge that catch and shoot up. Now it does take a while to unlock these core badges too. I will tell y'all, I've barely unlocked on my main player. I've been playing a ton, barely unlocked any of the core badges yet. So it's rough, but you'll get there. I don't know. You wouldn't need blinders for this build. I mean, like I said, it's probably a corner sitter type of build. So catch and shoot would be good. Deadeye for when they're closing out probably would be solid. But it's all personal preference with these shooting badges, right? But Claymore, definitely have that on gold. That's a very good badge to be able to have. That volume shooter, probably not something like silver, you know what I mean? Green machine, I haven't noticed a big deal with it. I mean, I like it, but other people said it's not that good for them. So, but definitely you would want corner specialist on, guard up one, Deadeye, maybe run that. It all depends, you know. And this badge specifically, guard up. A lot of people are confused about it. This is for when like they get those late contests, so they jump at you from like the middle of the paint, you know. They get those like 5 to 15% contests. That's when this badge usually pops up. So it's not gonna pop up if you're wide open, but if they get those late contests on you, it boosts your shot. So it's good if people aren't playing the best defense, they try to get a little late closeout, you can still green it, okay? So that's a pretty solid badge, but you could always run that, bump that down to like silver, right? Bump something, maybe bump corner specialist down to silver too. You can get yourself some green machine on bronze. If you don't want the green machine, you bump all these back up. Like we said, all personal preference, right? Now this is a pretty good badge setup. Pump this up to gold, right? Yeah, probably something like this for your shooting. For playmaking, like I said, the main focus, you want that break starter you want it on silver, probably. Yeah, you want it on silver. That break starter really good. As soon as you get the rebound, be able to throw it up the court. Then you get a couple more badges. Needle threader, you can get needle threader probably on silver or bailout. Probably would throw needle threader on silver as your core badge. Needle threader is pretty good too because, like I said, everybody's in the lanes this year already, and nobody has, like, not a lot of people have interceptor yet. Like, people are still in this ranked program games. They're still getting their defensive badges. Interceptor for most of these wings are tier 3, so they don't even have it unlocked yet really, and they're still, the pass lanes are crazy. So you're gonna want needle threader. Besides that, up here you have a couple more badge points to play around with. Maybe throw bailout on just because, you know, you get stuck in a situation you want to be able to pass out of your shot. And then you have one more, mess around, throw like special delivery on bronze if you want to throw a couple lobs, dimer on bronze. Nothing too crazy, right? Defensive badges. Oh, let me go back to this right quick because I didn't even put on the core badge. So I'll throw in one of these core badges. And then that actually gives you the points that I have Master on as well. Because Masters, I think it's going to be a pretty solid badge. Or Aerial Wizard if you want to catch the lobs. Personal preference, like I said, right? So, let me think here. You could also do something like this. Boom, 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 right? All these tier 2 badges are pretty solid, okay? Alright, let's head over to the defense. This is the most important ones, right? So, defense, like I said, small ball center. Post lockdown immediately is going on that. Box out beast immediately is going on Hall of Fame. Workhorse is a pretty solid badge, I will say. It helps with a lot of stuff. Like the loose balls this year and like the saves out of bounds, stuff like that are really good. So I'd say at least have this on silver. Interceptor you definitely want because, you know, getting interceptor as a tier 2 badge is amazing. Now you might be able to get by with it on silver. Chase the Hunters, I will say, does not work this year at all. I don't even know if it's worth putting it on bronze. It does not do anything. But you definitely want all of these. Core that, and then you get Pogo Stick as well. Gold. Now I will say about Pogo Stick too. Your adrenaline meter that everybody's been talking about for playmaking, it applies to your defense too. So every time you press X button or the Y button, or whatever the button is on PlayStation, right? For steal animation, jump to block animation, it uses one of those adrenaline meter. So when you're on defense, when those 3 are done, it's gonna be way harder for you to get a steal or a block. Your player just looks way slower and all that. So I will say, like a lot of people, you know, they like to spam X on the passing lanes. You gotta be careful with that. So you gotta be smarter when you're timing your steals, timing your blocks, okay? But Pogo Stick still might be worth it. If it's not, then you unequip that. You have all these badge points to work with. You can throw on brick wall if you're playing 2s and you want to set screens, right? Me personally, I would probably just throw on something else like you have all this other stuff. I mean, mess around and throw on glove if you really want to, you know what I mean? Try to get steals on other centers if they're posting you up or something like that, you know? You throw glove one, you have all these possibilities, you know what I mean? But I would probably just stick with the Pogo Stick for now until proven otherwise, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, that's the badge setup. I mean, crazy all around build. And like I said, if you upgrade your perimeter defense on this build and sacrifice more of your finishing, you get the other tier 2 badges. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but they're for the perimeter defense. And you get all those perimeter defense badges for really cheap. So if you want to run like a 6'9", really tall lock up top, plug guarding main ball handlers, you're gonna be a little bit slower than them, but you're gonna get all the good defensive badges for perimeter for cheaper. Like, I mean, like glove, menace, all the other tier 2 ones that would be here. So it's a good build. But yeah, all right, that'll be the video, man. Hey, check out this build, test it out. Let me know what other builds y'all want to see. I got a couple other ones lined up for y'all. This video should be out. Oh, and when this video does come out, all right, later tonight, around 10, maybe even earlier. I'm not gonna give the time out yet, but somewhere this evening, I will be streaming live, twitch.tv/Geethers. All right, Geethers_, my bad. Be in the link in the description. Go follow that. We'll be playing some rec or pro-am, one of the two. But yeah, man, it's been Geethers. I'm out. Peace.